extra time.
Mishti Kotha, Bengal's newest test of sweets.
Test out of the way, obviously not the result you would have wanted. But just give us your impressions.
Yeah, we were outplayed. We were outplayed by the Indians. I thought they played some really good cricket. They put us under pressure throughout the entire series, and our batters just weren't able to answer to the call. I thought our bowlers did an outstanding job. Wonderful efforts, both in the first and second innings, but just not enough runs on the board.
Obviously, you would have been disappointed with some of the players, but what are some of the things that you need to tweak right away?
I don't think it's a quick fix. I think it's a situation we're in the Caribbean. We're not really spoilt for choice in terms of a batsman coming through the region. We've just got to put things in place to make sure we keep developing players, and make sure players are doing the right things in order to be successful at this level. I think still a lot more emphasis needs to be put on the franchise level and the first class cricket that we have, and that's where we're going to build players. When we build players, they've got enough experience and scenario-based experience, and when they come onto the test circuit, it becomes a little bit easier.
Jason, you're not going to be playing Test cricket until midway through next year. Talk a little bit about the long-term plan, the next 6 months, what it looks like.
Yeah, we actually have one more Test match in the year. We play one Test match against Afghanistan, but after that, we don't play Test cricket now for a while. There's lots to be done. I think it's a perfect opportunity for us to put things in place. Maybe have 1 or 2 more camps, primarily our batters. Developing our fast bowlers as well. Just holistically, look to develop our cricketers. I think we've got the franchise system back here in the Caribbean, but we just need to put a little bit more emphasis as the structural programs, to put in place for the players to develop.
Estimation, is this wearing on the team psyche, including yours as the captain?
I think in Test cricket, we've done reasonably well over the last 2 or 3 years. This is a bad series for us, obviously, but we've had lots of success in Test cricket. Not primarily winning series, but we've won quite a few Test matches in the last 2 or 3 years. So I'm not too disheartened by the Test performance. I think we've got enough here in this Test group, to encourage us to keep going. We just got to put it together more often than not. We've got match winners with the ball, and we've been finding 1 or 2 bright sparks with the bat, but just not consistency. Definitely some attention needs to be paid on our limited overs cricket. Both 1 day and 50 over. And again, that's not a short fix. I think it's a situation where we just need to do a little bit more at the level below in order to give those players enough support and experience when they play at the level below. I just think there's just a massive gap between our list day and first class cricket in comparison to 1 day and international cricket.
Jason, talk about Kemar Roach, almost a hat-trick in your kind of partnership. He talked about how you guys work very well together and you communicate very well.
Yeah, Kemar has been outstanding, and I just said to him in the dressing room, and all the time, generally, he's one of my motivating factors, to see the effort that he comes and gives, it just really pushes me. I know Shami went off in this game, and we had Miguel going off in the last game, so it wasn't an ideal situation for us. And as fast bowlers, we've been in the field every single day except for this day in this series, so it's been a situation where it's been a heavy workload on the fast bowlers. But every single time I called on Kemar, every single time I called on Shannon, never said no. For me, that's just motivation enough. Ideally, I wouldn't probably like to bowl so much overs, but that's just how the game has gone. But somebody has to bowl the overs in a situation where we've got to put our heads together as a bowling unit and get the job done.
What about Cornwall on debut? And if you don't mind commenting on Blackwood's sudden and unexpected inclusion?
Yeah, Rakim, came. I thought he did a fairly reasonable job for us. He held things together quite nicely from one end and allowed the seamers to express himself on the other end. Our seamers have done the bulk of and damage for us to the last 2 years and 3-4 years per se. I think Rakim came in and did an outstanding job holding things together at that end. He didn't really get the wickets that we were probably looking for, but I think his job was well done. Even with the bat, he showed some promise as well. But I was really happy that Jermaine could come in and look the part. It was very, very sudden. Darren obviously went down with a concussion, and we decided to take the route of replacing him. And Jermaine was around. He's been in the fold, as before, and to see him get an opportunity today, and he showed a lot of character as well, a lot of guts, and to be sprung the play on him, at such a short notice, I think he responded well.
Dispirited after the 2-1 to England, and then the World Cup, and then this series. What would you say to the fans that might be a bit cynical at this stage?
You just got to stay patient. I think this Test team, as I said before, has shown us enough in the last 2 or 3 years to show that we're definitely heading in the right direction. We definitely just need to be a lot more consistent in Test cricket, and in fact all 3 formats of our cricket. But again, it's one thing for us to keep saying it. We've just got to be doing things to make sure that consistency can breed within the West Indies setup. I just think I guess enough talking has been done. You know, there's a situation where we just need to find solutions. You know, and it's not one or two individuals that need to find solutions. I think as a collective, you know, the Cricket West Indies, we just need to find solutions, and hopefully it breathes well on our cricket.
And how happy have you been with working with Floyd? How has he done?
Yeah, it's been interesting. You know, we've had not the best of times on the field, you know, but I think the guys have really worked well as a unit behind him. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten the results that we've been looking for, but you know, hopefully we can, you know, solidify a coach in the coming months. You know, we haven't had a solid coach for a little while, so hopefully we can get that done, and you know, the guys can get into some normalcy.
But then took himself off. He was taken off. Comments on it. You know, was there anything he felt last night, and how was he feeling this morning?
Yeah, he obviously got hit yesterday evening, but there weren't many balls left in this play, you know. So he got through that, came off. You know, we felt he was, you know, he was alright. He didn't show any signs of being, you know, dizzy or concussed. But yeah, he came back to this morning. I don't know if it's probably because of the heat or what's not. You know, he'd been feeling a little bit dizzy and had a headache, a headache. So, you know, we took the precautionary route and we pulled him off.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.